Yeah, it feels great. It's pretty tight schedule with all the games and to play every second day and compete as hard as you can and just push for your limits. It's pretty hard, but it's fun as well. So this time is huge for us, and we're trying to take it and recover and get some energy back.
I know it was only one round, but you look back, what did you like the most about what you guys were able to accomplish in that series against Tampa, and how big was it to come out on the winning end of that rivalry matchup?
That was huge. We all remember this couple last years and all the battles we have had against them, and we know they're one of the best teams in the league. So we knew it's gonna be hard, tight games, and we were able to come up with the win. So that was huge, and that was exactly what we wanted. But every game was very tight. You had to battle for every goal, every chance. So it's play of hockey, and that's what we're here to play.
Yeah, some people might say that, oh, they won in 5, easy series for Florida, but I mean, every game was, even the blowouts, 1-goal games, and in the third. And do you feel like that helps you guys as far as the battle testedness moving forward?
Yeah, I mean it's only getting harder, if not like as hard as it was. We knew it's not gonna be easy. So as I said, they're one of the best teams in the league, and every game was it's a battlefield out there. You have to compete, you have to get a little luck as well, but you compete harder than them, and good things will happen. But yeah, it's huge respect for them. They played unreal, and we were able to play even better. So that was a huge strength by our team to come up with the wins.
And now that you guys have a little bit of downtime, how much are you watching the Boston-Toronto series as you wait to figure out who you're playing in round 2?
Yeah, I think everybody likes to watch the other series overall. I know some guys were watching it yesterday as well. I've been watching the whole playoffs, trying to always look if the games are going on during the night when we don't have games, just see what the games look like. But it's fun to follow playoffs. Also watching some other series and matchups.
It's great to have time off, of course. Is it weird to not know how much time off you have? I mean, you don't know when game 1 will be. How difficult is that to know when you have to be ready again?
Yeah, I mean, we know it's gonna start pretty soon. You would think, but I feel like last year we kind of went through it. We had a 10-day break. I think between the conference final and then before the Stanley Cup final, we had as well like 1 or 2 weeks between. So we kind of been there, and when we know the date, you just keep your body ready, do everything you can to get the energy back, but at the same time just try to push yourself in practices so you're ready when game 1 starts again. But yeah, I mean that's our key.
You've been filling in for Sam Bennett, but this also helps, I would think, Sam Bennett, right? Get healthy to come back into the lineup. I'm sure there's other guys that are banged up, maybe not as public as him, but then this time off would help.
For me or
for everybody, just for the team. I mean, I'm sure there's bumps and bruises all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, time always helps, but we love to play, so we don't really care how much time we have. Obviously, we want Sam back as soon as possible, so we're ready whenever it starts.
After last game, Paul specifically pointed to you. He said, "I know you get a goal, but I really like what Anton Lundell did throughout the whole game. Just for yourself, like we said, you're only still 22, but you've been in the playoffs a lot now. How do you kind of compare your growth from your first time in the playoffs to what you're doing now?"
Yeah, it's feel like forever ago. I thought I was ready my first playoffs, my first year, but now I know I didn't have the experience I have right now, and I didn't really know what to expect. So it was way easier to go into this playoff while having the experience from last playoffs for myself, and just I kind of know what you have to do to win games, and what we have to do to, go round for round, so it helps a lot to have some experience from last year, for sure.
And one of the biggest areas you've grown in is face-offs. You had a big jump this year. They've been good in the playoffs again as well. Obviously, that's critical for you, especially when you're up in that second-line spot. Just how do you kind of improve at face-offs? Because it's not a skill that anyone ever comes into the league and is great at. You always see guys' numbers go up throughout the years.
Yeah, that's something we've been working a lot with Ruutu, our coach, and the centers as well. Put some time and videos behind it. Just reps after reps. You try different styles, and at the same time, when you start to know who you're going against, that helps a lot as well. You scout, you see what the other guys are doing. At the same time, it's all about it's mind games as well. You try to trick the other center to think you're doing something, and then you do something else. But it comes with time, as you said as well.
Looking at Tuomo as well, I see him talking to you on the bench quite a bit on TV. Just how big an asset is he for you as a young Finnish player to have a guy like that helping you out at the stage of your career?
Yeah, I mean, all our coaches has been awesome. They've been helped me and the team a lot during this season and the past season as well. So he's been helping me as well. But you try to do everything as good as you can, and when the coach doesn't have to talk to you that much, you're doing great.
Anton, you've been around Paul for 2 years now. What makes him as good of a coach as he is?
He wants you to push for your limits. He wants the best out of each individual and from the team as well. But at the same time, he lets you play if you play in the game book and in the system, But just he's a great motivation. Like he's a great speaker. He gets the team going easily, and I think every one of us we love playing in front of him.
When we've talked to him, and he says he stays away from you guys a lot, but we know that there's been times where he's kind of let you have a little bit, light a fire. With the way that he does things, those words have more meaning because he doesn't do it that often, or at least from what we understand, he doesn't?
Yeah, I mean, you never want your coach to be angry, but it's a long season, and sometimes you will hear it, So then that's your last chance to improve or change the way you play as a team. But yeah, everything he says is really smart. It's always there's an idea, there's explanation, there's a story behind it. He doesn't just tell us to do something. It's always a reason why we do stuff, and we really trust the coaches and their game plans.
Anton, you said that you'll probably be watching the next Boston-Toronto game. Does it really matter who you guys play in the second round based on how the intensity goes up in that second round?
No, I think whoever comes, we will be ready. We've been playing against them both last season and had some good battles against them this year as well. But they're pretty similar. Both teams are fast, skilled, So it doesn't really matter who comes, but we'll be ready when we find out who we will play against.
Thank you guys. Thanks very
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks, Anton.